Well, the hope was that these Florida showers would have passed through by now, but it looks like we're in for a wet one tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The drive starts with a run by White. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious. So they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Brady now to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First carry now for Justice Hill. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Bucs had 5 and 6 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Hill. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 23. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. Demario Davis there on the stop.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Up the gut, Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's Chris Olave. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. A 1st down throw for Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. They find some open field here. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They'll get 34 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Hill. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 36, Brady. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, 36 yards.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one, because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Winston to give, it's Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing on 2nd down, Winston. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, 48 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. A give up the gut to Hill. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The offense on 3rd down tonight. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Now Brady. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Going deep this time for Miller. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
For a quarterback, there's two sides to this coin. Either he had complete faith that his guy would go up and get the ball, or his throw was up for grabs. Which one do you think he'll tell the coach when he goes to the sidelines?
First down, here's White. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Bond. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. Succop's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Escaping the pressure right. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. This time they stay on the ground. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Got an open man. It's Olave. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And that'll go as a 57-yard punt with a return of 12. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Brady gives this to White. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 66 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Succop for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Winston. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now they'll throw with Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Brady. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
56 is the mic. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And finding the tight end Rudolph. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Now Brady again. To Evans on the slant. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, Winston. That one complete to Hill. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They begin the drive with Hill. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it a game. 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Brady going to throw here. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The busy night continues for Hill. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
50, here we go. 56, check 56. I smell fear in that offense.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Taken down by Pete Werner.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, Hill. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now carry number 20 here for Hill. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Buccaneers, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.